Hello viewer, welcome back to 54A. Tilt that up a bit. I'm just trying to make a cylinder out of a lump of yew. I've got two lumps of yew. One I'm sort of roughing out at the moment, and this one needs to be cut quite a bit on the bandsaw first and then rounded off. The reason I got two, I'm going to do two vases. No, I'm going to try and do two vases, one with a zip in and one with laces in. I did say in the last video I would have a go at the zip, and managed to find these two pieces of wood at the bottom of my bin. They've been there quite a while. I'll show you the one. There it is, little beauty. There you go. Some lovely colour on this. It's really red on the one side. So it's still got a bit of work to do, but the vase will be narrower in that area, so it shouldn't be too bad. And then I'm going to, there's a split there. Doesn't really matter because I'm going to cut a Y shape out. Well, I hope I'm going to cut a Y shape out to put the zip in. There's a long way to go. I'm just preparing the wood at the moment, so I'm getting on with this. Then I'll do the other piece I've just shown you, and then I'll switch the camera back on, because this is just roughing out and shaping. So not a lot to this. You've seen it millions of times before. So I'll see you later on. Okay, I've just put the second log on and done a little bit of turning. If any of you are concerned about turning a log that's really off shape, which this is, as you can see, you'll never find the exact centre. Even with my centre finder you won't find the exact centre of a log this shape. So I just sort of guess where the centre will be and bring the tailstock up. Now if it rocks and ends up in the same position every time when you spin it, you're way out of balance. So just move it very slightly until it seems to stay where it is wherever you spin it. You've got a good chance then that it'll be pretty well balanced. It's always going to be a bit frightening getting those first corners off, but once you've done that at the slowest speed, don't go mad. I've took quite a bit off there, and I can bring the tool rest in a bit now. That's it. And I can maybe turn the speed up just one notch and take a bit more off. Let's have a look. Put my mask on. A lot smoother, and I've took quite a lot off now so I can take the rest in a bit more. And I'm spinning at about 700 revs now, 750, something like that, and I'm feeling nice and confident with it. But every now and again, just loosen that off, make sure it's tight, lock it back up again, the tailstock, and away you go, and you'll soon have it round. Just take your time, don't try and take too much off. It's just those initial corners, it'll be juddering a bit on your tool, but once you've got those off, you'll be fine. Okay, so the kind of shape I'm trying to go for here, I've just marked it roughly so you get an idea of what the shape. Quite bulbous at the base, flared out at the top, quite narrow waist. I don't know if it'll be that size or what, but it's just an idea to give you an idea of the shape that I'm going for. So I'm just going to roughly get the shape first, and then I'll start hollowing out the inside while drilling a hole, etc. That's the initial hole. I should drill a slightly wider one through now. I'm just getting a bit more shape on it now. I've put the tailstock back up because it's quite a long piece. For those people that say you can't get a decent cut with a scraper, yes you can. As long as your scraper is extremely sharp, which all your tools should be, and you've got a decent speed on the lathe, that is good enough for sanding. Excellent. Still need a bit more work around here, try and get rid of this lump of bark here, but you get the general shape now, so I'll see you in a bit. Okay, laser cutters. Now, a very rough sketch, but imagine that this is the cutting tool, right? That round bit. Inside, what you're going to cut. And you set your laser up, say 5mm, something like that. This red dot representing the laser. Now, this will only be accurate on this edge of the cutter. It's no good setting your laser up on the end of the cutter and then wondering why you've gone through the side of your vessel. So you set the laser up opposite the side of the vessel that you're cutting. If you want to do the bottom and get a really thin base on it, then yeah, you'll set your laser there. Now I usually set the laser at a slight angle about there, which allows for the movement of the tool, so I'll still be fairly accurate if the shaft of the tool is there to there. There'd be 1 or 2mm in it, but you'll get it fairly accurate that way. But try and set the laser up more or less opposite the cutting edge that you're using, or the edge of the cutter that you're using. That's explained things, doesn't it? Okay, I've got my little laser system set up. You can see it's about, oh no, 5 or 6mm from the edge of the cutter, as explained earlier. So here we go. It's very important to make sure you're dead on the centre line. Don't really need the laser on just yet. I'll switch it off, save the battery. Just going to start a bit of hollowing. actually in that far already. This tool's amazing. This is what my friend made me. Oh wow, I'm down to there already. Right, I'm going to carry on with this for a bit, and when I switch the laser on, I'll show you how it works, hopefully. Right, I've got the laser on now, and as you see, it's still on the wall of the actual piece, but not far to go. A bit thicker up here, so I'm just concentrating on this bit just to show you. When the laser drops off and starts shining down there, it should be thick enough, or thin enough. Now the walls of there should be approximately the same as that, and they are nice and thin. That's how it works. Makes life a lot easier and takes a lot of guesswork out of things. If you're going to do a lot of deep hollowing, I recommend you get yourself one of these, or make yourself even one of these little platforms that go on your tool rest, so that can actually go halfway in here, and gives the tool that extra bit of support. Right, it's got some sanding sealant on it now, and I'll just get the old Yorkshire grit out. Right, that's all sanded down and Yorkshire gritted, and see what polish I can use on it now. What we got? Chestnut friction. Don't know what that is. Don't know what that is. Here's my Yorkshire grit and little blocks. Oh, hang on a sec. If I, oh yes, there it is. I'll use some MOP. My own polish. Just bung it on all over. Tiny little smear of it. This is only my, I think, second or third attempt, and it's still a bit hard for my liking, but it goes on and comes off very smooth. But the next one I make, I'll just soften it up a bit, I think, and it'll last me for years, and it costs pence to make. Just look it up on YouTube, anybody will tell you. I'll buff it up and see what it comes up like. Looks pretty good to me. As good as anything else I've used anyway. Yep, that'll do nicely. Now you may wonder, why I've polished it, and I haven't even put the zip in or the laces. Don't know which one this is going to be yet. And the simple answer is, you try polishing one when there is a zip in it and it'll rip your fingers off. So best finish it off first and then mark it up and cut the bit out for the zip, which I will do tomorrow. As you can see, the zip was like that, but now it's like that. Just get a craft knife and trim the excess material off. The last thing you want is to try and tuck this out of the way. It can be a bit awkward. So just trim it off, and then I'll just put a bit of tape on the vase, masking tape, rough lines where I want to cut, which I'll be doing with a sort of Dremel type tool and a little disc on it. So I'll see you later. Just make sure you got your marks right, because there's no going back once you've started. I should have said I've done the marks slightly narrower than the actual zip. It's better to do it a bit narrow, and then I can take a little bit more out. If you do it too wide, you've got no chance of getting the zip to glue in. Right, before I actually finish the zipped one off and show you the finished thing, I'm going to crack on with the second vase now. This is a slightly narrower piece of wood, but that's okay. It'll be a narrower vase. They were never meant to be a pair, just two similar ones. So I'm going to take it down, get a bit of shape on this, but it's exactly the same process as the first one. So I'll see you later on when I've got a bit further on. Okay, just started cutting, as you can see, the second vase, and that's going to have these little, there you go, these little brass eyelets in for the laces, 5 up each side, as long as I don't lose any, because I've only got the 10. So it's just a question of, same as before, cut the V out, but then drill 5 holes down each side and lace it up. Right, I put a fresh bit of tape on, and I've marked where I want to put the holes. You can see that, yeah. I'm just going to pop a little pilot hole first on each one. That's one side done, no going back now. Right, just got to find the right size drill bit for these little brass eyes and pop them in. Well, take the tape off, of course. Then I'll lace it up and I'll show you the finished articles. This one's slightly taller than the one with the zip on, but as I say, they weren't meant to be a pair, just two similar pieces. So I'm not worried about the height. Right, I finished. We got one with a zip. I love this yew wood, it's brilliant stuff. Different colours. But the other one, with the laces, and I'll lift the laces loose in case anybody wants to tie a bow in them. But this, look at the colour on that. Absolutely beautiful piece of wood. So two projects, same idea. So this one's slightly taller than this one, not like it, about what, ½ inch or so. But I think they sort of complement each other. You can always put that one nearer and that one further away. So there you go, viewer. I've really enjoyed doing those, and I did say on the last video I'd have a go with the zip, but I went a bit mad and tried the laces as well. I don't know which one I prefer really. They're both as nice as each other. I'm very pleased with how they turned out. So there you go, that's it. They're both finished with MOP, my own polish, and they've come out really well. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you all soon. Bye now.